Hi, everybody. My name is Russ. That is Lauren. And the holidays are over. Bah!
Oh,
Finally.
no.
Am I right? I mean, she's still wearing a Santa's shirt.
Santa's
but,
on vacation now.
Whatever. Yeah, he is. He's on vacation now because the holidays are over. But we are going to ring out one more holiday-related video, but kind of not, though. There are many songs to do with the holiday that have jingle bells involved, from the song Jingle Bells to sleigh, like anything involving a sleigh. You always hear any type of jingle bells. And I thought it was funny when you brought this up. I was like, yeah, but what songs? And then when I saw your list, I was like, those songs that I know very well.
Yeah.
So Lauren is going to get you out of the holiday mood with 5 songs that are non-holiday related, yet
They
somehow feature jingle bells.
Jingle bells. Yeah. First of all, I'm a sucker for a good jingle bell, be it holiday or not. And what?
It's funny.
It's true. And the first one on the list is Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you can't ignore the jingle bells on this track because they do feature prominently when they're walking in the video. Like the jingle bells are there.
I don't think I've ever seen the video for the Bengals version. I had the Lesson Zero soundtrack on cassette when I was a kid, and then years ago I found the 7-inch single for their version. But I mean, it starts with the same thing with jingle. But when you say that, I don't think I've ever. Seen
yeah,
the video.
I watched the videos for a video for all of the songs on this list, and when I was watching, I was like, she literally is walking in with the jingle bells. I was like, she's got the bells. She's got the bells.
I don't want to go too deep of a dive on this song, but one of the things too is that, like, in the first minute of that song, you hear how the Bengals are far more than just walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Like their harmonies right at the beginning. When it kicks in, the production, the awesome panned guitar, and the fact that they're holding their own with a Simon and Garfunkel song. It's just there's a lot more to this band than walk like an Egyptian.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And just to bring it back to the jingle bells, I think we think a certain thing of jingle bells, and these are very intense jingle bells.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on to I don't know, a couple of years earlier in the 80s, yeah.
70s. This is 70s.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Cars aficionado. I know and love Drive, and then they have other songs.
Yeah. This one, Moving in Stereo, the Cars. Yeah, this is late 70s Cars, and it's very different from the polished 80s MTV stuff that you're used to with the Cars. This is my favorite Cars song.
You said that like a person who would have been selling me this album in 84. This is not like you might think this is.
Well, this is not like
I know you didn't
think.
mean it that way, but it was very funny.
Well, that's how it came out. Well,
the earlier stuff features a lot more jingle bells.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it does. And this song also couldn't be any more different than Hazy Shade of Winter. Yeah. This is it's a slow, almost grimy Cars song, and the jingle bells are there right before the synth riff comes in, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this song would not be anywhere near as cool without the jingle bells.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
I love it.
I think the next song on your list would be cool no matter what. I think you could do this song on a toy xylophone or a kazoo, and it would still be amazing. But it's storied history of production. At some point, someone was like, let's try some jingle bells. And its creator was like, sure.
Yeah.
Or he thought of it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. God Only Knows, the Beach Boys. Probably... I'm noticing a theme with myself. This is probably my favorite Beach Boys song.
It's such a great song. There's a live album called Brian Wilson Presents Pet Sounds. It's from 2002 or something. But his immaculate touring band, they do the record front to back. And when they do this, and Brian Wilson's, at least in my mind, don't drop a comment and tell me otherwise, is such an innocent soul with his genius. And right before they do the song, he goes, this next song, my friend Paul McCartney told me it was his favorite song. And I'm like, first of all, your friend Paul McCartney,
just drop that.
And then also many people, and this is certainly not me, but many people say that Yesterday by the Beatles is the greatest song I've ever written. And the fact that, Paul wrote Yesterday, but the fact that Brian's like, hey, the guy who wrote that? Well, this is his favorite song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I bet it is because of the jingle bells. Mm-hmm. I feel like, okay, I mean, I know Christmas is over, and I know that, Jingle bells are so closely related to Christmas and stuff like that. But I feel like there's something about the joy that comes with that time of year that jingle bells signify.
Oh, yeah.
That works so well with this song.
Well, and
there's
when
a
you think about
happiness to it.
when you think about the origin of this song too, I mean, this is everything Brian Wilson did was Southern California. So to bring that sound into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then one other thing before we move on, we have two more. One other thing I want to mention about this song. This was the first time I remember, because I'm such a lyric guy. This was the first time I ever remember actively being like, I'm even going to let the lyrics of this slide, because the lyrics of the song make no sense.
No.
Like, overall. And I can't believe this sentence is going to come out of my mouth. But if you haven't seen a movie called Love and Mercy with Paul Dano as Brian Wilson, I agree with Murray Wilson, their dad. When Brian is playing the song for Murray, he's like, it's too wishy-washy. Like, he's like, it's, I'll love you, I don't always love you. Like, and he's like, and then Brian says, but it's a happy song, and Murray goes, it's a suicide note. And it's like, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, you're like, dang, this song isn't that happy. You know what I mean?
But it's got jingle bells and they fool you.
No, well, that's what I say though. It's the song, everything about the song, including the aspect of the jingle bells, it's all greater than the sum of its parts, Yeah. But one of the parts is the jingle bells.
I love the jingle bells.
Yeah. And now this next song, I want to say you've mentioned the song on the channel before.
Oh yeah, this was in one of my love song videos, I believe. And apparently I just love this song. This might be my favorite REM song.
Okay. Sure.
It's At My Most Beautiful, REM. And what I like about the use of the jingle bells in this song is, this may be the first time anybody's ever uttered this sentence, it's a very tasteful use of jingle bells.
Sure.
Because they're not persistent.
As opposed to, we were at a holiday party the other night, and Lauren was doing a very distasteful use of jingle bells in front of children.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's what she kept telling the authorities as they were asking everyone to leave. But anyways, a very tasteful use.
Yeah, because they're not persistent throughout the entire song. They only show up when the chorus starts kind of picking up and he's talking about at my most beautiful, and this. But the verses don't have the jingle bells, and I think it that works for the message in the song.
Right on. You're going to round us out with, and if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you'll be like, oh, here we go. Lauren's always bringing up this genre. It's probably her most well-versed genre. She is always trying to find a way to shoehorn her favorite acts from the genre. And I'm always like, no one wants to talk about West Coast rap as much as you do, Lauren, but she has found a West Coast rap song. And now this next part, I'm not being funny. This is probably your favorite Snoop song of the Snoop songs that you've of all four. This
is my favorite Snoop song of all four Snoop songs that I know.
Of all four.
So actually, this entire list, Hazy Shade of Winter might be my favorite Bengal song. So all of the songs on this list are my favorite song by these artists.
Well, I would argue Hazy Shade of Winter is not a Bengal song. Simon Garfunkel wrote it.
Well, their version of it is my favorite song that they do.
Okay.
How about that?
Fair.
Gin and Juice, Snoop Dogg.
For sure.
The Juice are just there.
Gin and Juice, without trying to get too deep, West Coast rap has a sound. Dr. Dre invented it. And when Doggy Style came out, the number one, there wasn't a lot of critiquing of it. But one of the biggest critique you would hear is, well, that's just more chronic. Which it is in a way, because it's Dr. Dre producing West Coast rap in the early to mid 90s. That's it's going to sound like that.
Sure.
But there is no point on the Chronic where you hear things like jingle bells being involved and whatnot. So, I would also argue that there's a lot of themes on the Chronic that were expanded upon on Doggy Style, including on this. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's a keyboard of some sort, like Stevie Wonder would use a lot. Yeah, it's like that's on this. That's like a lot more in depth than it was on the previous record. But yeah, again, this is not a thing anybody would come front of mind first. I don't think. Now, where would you list this tasteful to distasteful use of?
I think it's very tasteful use of jingle bells.
Tasteful use.
It's persistent. They're there the whole time, but they're not distracting.
Okay, that's fair.
I think they're kind of the foundation.
Right on.
Jingle bells are the foundation of Gin and Juice.
Right. We are kicking off the new year by kind of slowly shifting out of holiday mood. We always say, hey, if you have ideas for topics or series on the channel, or if you want us to go back and do what's so great about series or 5 great songs from this artist or whatever, by all means, drop a comment and let us know. I know every single YouTube video you watch is like, hey, well, smash that like button and all that, but like those things do help. But if nothing else, if we never got one like, but we got comments to interact with, and people say, oh, I love that suggestion, or here's one for you to listen to, that would matter to me more than anything. So please do that. Happy New Year. I think everybody celebrates that. And if not, happy last Monday. But once again, that is Lauren. My name is Russ. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.